Good evening, everyone. Big changes today as new laws take effect across the volunteer state. 2 are definitely going to impact you in the next few months. We're committed to keeping you informed.
We have team coverage starting right now with Kyle Horan. And Kyle, the state started issuing the new driver's licenses today.
The good news is this: if you're planning on flying in the next year and 3 months, you're going to be okay, because it's not required that you have this ID until October 1st of 2020. At driver services centers across Tennessee, there are probably some people who feel a lot like Dan right now.
I was here to get a new ID, which ain't due for 2 months, but I wanted to get it now. And then I found out you got to have a real ID, and I didn't know what that was.
Dan walked away without his license today. He didn't have the correct paperwork for the new Real IDs.
You got to have your birth certificate. You got to have 2 forms of ID to prove you're a citizen, I guess.
That's right. Back in 2005, it was decided that states should move towards a nationwide standard for identification. Enter the Real ID. A little gold star and a way for TSA agents and security at federal buildings to figure out who's legit.
This is one of the initiatives to prevent terrorism. We all know what happened on 9/11. Those terrorists each had more than 2 or 3 credentials and those licenses from various states. This right here standardizes the issuance process.
And so these IDs will eventually be necessary to board a plane or enter a nuclear power plant, though most of us likely won't do that. There are several pieces of required documentation to get one,
which would be either a birth certificate or passport, or proof of legal presence, a social security card, and proof of Tennessee resident.
Some came prepared for their new ID today, like Judith Hodges.
I had to bring a proof of my current, 2 proofs of my current address.
Dan says he's going to give it another day. Heck, he's got 2 months until his current one expires.
All that's at home, and I really didn't know you had to have it, so I'm like, oh well.
Kyle Horan, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Kyle. Children will not need a real ID to travel as long as the person they're traveling with has one.